So my phone's going crazy, and I gotta stop my doohickey from playing and pop my chat out. So how is everybody? Yeah, Sandy, Wendy, Gerda, Sam, April, everybody. I'm gonna get this stupid thing to pause, and it's not gonna. There it goes. Alright, pop my chat out. She needed a wee. I needed a wee, Sam. I did. I needed a wee. I don't know why I needed a wee, because it's got my Dr. Pepper was sitting over here full the entire time, and I never took a sip out of it, so it is what it is. Now it started to rain. Hello, Melissa. You put Melissa in front of your Shelly Bean, so I know who you are now. Daryl is asleep and looks so snuggly. Aw. I saw the box. We saw that when we were in the patron hangout. We watched it. And I saw Andy's comments and your comment about his cage. So, awesome. Hello. Alright. So, we were sitting in the patron hangout and I wasn't set up for the week. So, what we did is we sketched in a happy, derpy, puffy magic dragon. Based off of a spotty reference photo that I found on Google that only had 3 legs, so we gave him 4. Did you? Awesome. Were you drinking and still didn't go wee? Oh, how? It's a tiny headache. Me too. I just popped some Excedrin between the 2 lives. I need to take some meds for that here soon. Oh. Yeah, I popped Excedrin while we switched over, and I weed. So yeah, we got a dragon going down the side of the page, and then I'm going to stack the must do and the can do beside of them. So I found out how everybody else's week went, and everybody knows that mine was crap. So, Sam, how was your week? And Melissa, how was your week? And all of that good stuff. And we're gonna get started here. I gotta dig out all my pens and whatnot. Holy crap. And I missed it again too, because I wasn't even in. We were running around, yeah, we were running around getting Justin set up for his new place. So we got him he had to get bedding, and we had to go get his money at the ATM and all that good stuff so he could put down his little deposit and rent and all that good mess. And Andy got some new roses for the front yard, because out by the ATM they were selling little knockout rose bushes or whatever, so we got some of those, and she made us a really good deal. We got 4 rose bushes for $30, which was not bad. She said it was her Mother's Day special, because she was wanting $10 a piece for them initially, and then she said $8 a piece, and then we ended up not even paying that. So yeah, I handed her like $32 because she said $8 a piece to begin with. She said Mother's Day special, and said $8 a piece. I handed her $32, and she handed me the $2 back and said, just go. So I was like, because those little whatever people kept yelling at me last time, the little pink bushes in the middle are called or whatever, they were like $30 each. So I don't think they were. I don't know. Something we got was $30, and I think it was the pink things each when we went to the farmer's market. I have another cold, but my son started his new job this week. What did he get a job doing? I saw that on your thingy. With the family, because I had to work in the office every day this week. It was love my family, but sometimes they're too much. No kidding. No kidding. I am right there with you. I'm right there with you. Alright, I'm going to start drawing in my derpy dragon while we're talking. I have a secret, though, everyone, that I'll share. Because none of you know my real life friends or family. I was going to share with people me and my hug. Oh, yay! They're trying to start for a baby. Awesome. Awesome. Did you, who is in the Planners Gone Wild group, by the way? Did y'all see that drama unfold this, was it yesterday, the day before, something like that, over babies and having babies? And hey Galina, look, I painted them. They're painted. They're that light pinky color again that they were before, because my nails are so tore up, it is not even funny. Like, they're completely uneven. Half of them are completely broken off, but they are painted. Ooh, awesome. Hey Mikey. So, but yeah, I know that did you see that stuff, April, about the woman saying that her and her wife were starting, or were trying for a baby? Did anybody want to just give her one? And like, the fallout from that post was so crazy. Like, I may be on the unpopular train here, but I read through all of the comments, and I saw where that woman had made the comment that her and her partner had been trying unsuccessfully for a baby. For about 4 years, they've been trying for a baby. And, you know, so she was trying to find some humor in the situation or whatever when she made that comment. And 90% of the people who made a comment on that thread took it for what it was, and were joking about, hey, I don't have a baby, but I'll give you a teenager if you want one, or I've got 3 or 4 of them, take your pick, this one's got an attitude problem, or I don't have a baby, but I've got a husband who acts like a baby, take him. You know, people took it as what it was supposed to be, which was someone trying to find humor in a difficult situation and just wanting, you know, to laugh about it or something. And then the other 10% chimed in, which was horrible. Yeah, you giggle at it and you scroll on. You take it at face value. That is what it is supposed to be. But about halfway down the comments, you say, this is disgusting. And how can people joke about taking babies or giving their babies away? And there are people fighting with infertility and people fighting with loss and dealing with those issues and all of that good stuff, which is a valid point, and I understand that point. But this woman was one of those people. They were struggling with infertility. They were struggling for 4 years without getting pregnant. And, you know, especially in a same-sex couple like that, where you're relying on just completely foreign outside sources to get you pregnant in the first place. It's not like they're going and banging in the bedroom to make a baby, you know. So these people were struggling with that issue specifically and trying to just find a little bit of humor in the situation. But that other 10% was just like, how could you dare post something like this, and was just shaming them for it and shaming everyone else who actually took the post for what it was supposed to be, a joke, just an innocent little bit of humor, and just shame the crap out of them. And I don't know, they had to turn the comments off on that post. It was ridiculous, and I don't know. I am all for, I guess, everyone having an opinion. I'm all for everyone having their feelings, confronting those feelings, dealing with those feelings. If you're sensitive to triggers, don't even get me started, or whatever, then don't read the comments. You know, you have the ability to scroll right past that post or any post that you don't like the look of, instead of reading through the 300 comments on the post. I mean, if you don't like the topic, scroll past it. But I don't know, I just think that, you know, at some point it's a little bit too much when you have to block out everything that you say and put possible trigger warning before saying anything at all, anywhere, in a group of people, then it's just too much. And I'm a sensitive person. I really am. And I don't sound like it right now, which is why I said I was probably on the, insensitive train or the unpopular train of thought right now. But it's just too much. I mean, you should be able to make a simple joke about a bad situation that you're trying to get yourself through without people jumping all over you. They had the option not to read the comments if they didn't like the subject matter, and they chose to trigger themselves, I guess is what I'm saying. If you're reading through 300 comments on a post, then you're choosing to trigger yourself because you've read the initial post and you know what the thread is about. So I guess that's the part where my sensitivity wanes a little bit. So I don't know. It really is sad. I don't think that she did. I think that she seemed to have a fairly decent sense of humor about the situation, and otherwise she wouldn't have made the post to begin with in a group that size, knowing that there may have been some fallout from it. So I don't think that she took them to heart, really. I just think it's sad that she even has to worry about it. I don't know. Here comes all the rain, by the way. I get where they are coming from. I probably would have been at 10% to a point, and that's absolutely fine. If you don't like that's what I'm saying. If you don't like the post, if you don't like that someone is joking about the situation, then don't like it. But don't scroll through 300 comments and shame somebody. Just scroll past it. That's my point, I think. Yeah. Because it's like no one forced them to read through it and reply to like three or four different times, not once, like 3 or 4 different times about how disgusted they were at everyone's comments. And I'm like, but you chose to read them knowing what was going to be there and knowing the subject matter in the first place because you read the post. Oh yeah, I don't post anything in that group. I really don't, because it seems like a group full of drama all the time. Like there's always something popping off in that group. I don't post in there ever. Yeah, see, I've been through almost every last one of those things as well, Sam. And I mean, but I know how to take things at face value. I know that was meant to be a joke. It was meant to be something that was a little bit more lighthearted in what is a difficult situation. So I know how to take things at face value too. And if it would have upset me to the point that I felt like I would want to say something, I definitely wouldn't scroll through the comments and trigger myself. But yeah, I mean, that's all you seem to see in that group, and it's just, I don't know, it seems like a little much, because every last post has trigger warning at the top of it, and I'm like, why do you have to tell me? I can read it, and if whatever's in your post is going to trigger me, then the fact that it says trigger warning and says what you're about to talk about, it says trigger warning rape, trigger warning miscarriage, trigger warning sexual assault, trigger warning abuse, and things like that. Well, then how is that not going to trigger me as well? I don't know. But if I don't like the looks of a post, I'm going to scroll right past it. Me and my thumb are just going to keep going. I don't know. And see, and that's a difficult, it's a difficult situation. It really is. But I'm so sorry that you have to go through something like that. And I really am. I do not wish that kind of loss on anybody. I've been through it myself. I really have. I had a miscarriage in between Chase and Carter, and it was devastating. So knowing that, if I was still in that same headspace, and I saw that post yesterday, I would scroll past it. I would never go in there and comment on it, because even in that state, I knew, I would know that this person is in a bad situation herself, and she is just trying to find a little humor. And that also may be me, because I have a tendency to think, if you can find a way to make light of a situation, if you can find a way to give yourself just a little bit of relief, and if that relief is humor, then just to get through the next day, get through the next, hurdle or stage, something, then do it. Do it. Because there's not a whole lot that I can find that's more healing and eases pain quite like laughter. Just squashes it. So if you can find the humor in a situation, like me and Andy, we sit here and laugh about these idiotic kids all the time, because if we didn't, we would, probably actually hurt one of them eventually. Because they get under your skin so bad sometimes, that if you cannot find a way to laugh at that situation, then that's why people lose their cool and blow their flipping tops and go on freaking rampages and things like that. So you've got to be able to find humor in any given situation if you can. And heaven forbid, you do that in a group that size and you get shamed for it. See, some of them are worse than others. They really are. Oh, and ectopic pregnancies and oh, those are rough, because those are damaging to your body. It's not just a pregnancy. It's actually damaging to your body, because they're stuck in places that they shouldn't be, and things are starting to grow in places that they shouldn't be. So those are really rough. Yeah, that was what she had said. Yeah, definitely be in jail. I mean, one of these kids, if we couldn't laugh at ourselves and at this situation from time to time, one of these kids would have just bit it by now. I don't know if it would be both of you or just one of you in jail. I think one of us would cover for the other one. So, I mean, they're just, I don't know. It was just, the actual comments, and really, people did call it disgusting, and we should be ashamed of ourselves for thinking that this was ever funny. It wasn't that they were trying to make the situation funny. It was just, we've been trying for so long. Who wants to just shortcut us and give us one? It was just a little bitty comment that got so far blown out of proportion that it was just crazy. But it seems like drama is happening every day in that group, which is why I don't post in there. I don't think that you could find a topic important enough for me to post in that group, because I don't feel like people's comments or posts or anything like that are ever really taken at face value. I don't think that that group is really a safe space to discuss big topics, sort of like that, and feel safe enough to do it, if that makes sense. It just wouldn't be the place that I chose to do that. Y'all, this dragon is like derpy, so we're just gonna ignore that fact while we're doing this. And that's important, Melissa, trying to recenter herself outside of being a wife and potentially a mother. It's nearly impossible, especially becoming a mother, to maintain a true and healthy sense of self. It really is. Because, I don't know, once you do become one, it almost seems to me, and this may just be me, it really may just be me, and this is just my opinion, so take it for what it is, but it seems like once you become a mother, it is absolutely everything revolves around your children. You are consumed with their needs, and it is difficult to maintain a healthy sense of self. It really is, from my personal standpoint. And so finding that balance is tricky and takes a lot of work. And it's only really recently, and because mine are all teenagers and don't really need me anymore, except for, to feed them and to buy them things, pretty much is the extent of their need for me at this point. But that I've been able to really reconnect with who I am as a person outside of being a wife, outside of being a mother. But that never really grows away. I don't know what happened to his fingers just here, but it never really goes away, and so it's hard to maintain just yourself as an individual. You want pens? They should bring you all kinds of fun things. Just whatever you can think of. Just get them to stuff a suitcase full of goodies for you. It's someone's wife and someone's mother. I never wanted to be that. I never wanted to be someone's wife or someone's mother, and that's basically what I've been for the last 20 years. I've been a wife twice, mother 4 times, so I'm right there with Sam. I would not do the kid thing again, so we differ on that. I'm like trying to get mine. I'm out. She's still got the little one who's adorable and everything. And maybe if any of mine were still adorable, I would feel differently. But no, I'm trying to push mine out. They came out with new gelatos. Ask April. So I gotta go find them myself. I didn't. I was always very independent. I wasn't one of those girly girls who was like, I want to be a wife, I want to be a mother. I didn't. I kind of got thrown into the motherhood thing a little unexpected because apparently I wasn't sure what caused it. The wife thing was like hit or miss for me. I was like, if I get married, I get married. If I don't get married, I don't get married. It wasn't like my cousin. I don't have a large family, so I didn't have a lot of people. Like my aunt never married. One of my mother's 2 sisters never married. Perfectly happy. She's never had children. She's never ever been married. She's never had a real relationship that I know of. Like, of course, I wasn't around when she was, little and in high school, but she's never dated. She took care of my grandparents, when my grandfather was still alive. She took care of them. She's always lived in the same house as them, and she'll take over the house when they leave. But that was her life, and it looked like a good one to me because she had the freedom. And I think that was my big thing. She had the freedom to up and go whenever she wanted to and didn't have anybody but herself to think about. And so I was like, dude, give me that life. Whereas my cousin, my mom had myself and my sister, and my other aunt had my two cousins, her son and her daughter. My female cousin got married right out of high school. Got married to the guy that she had dated through high school. Got married right out of high school. Still married to this day. They have 2 little children right now. You know, they waited and did it all, you know, right or whatever. Did the marriage thing first. Did the living together thing first. He's in the military, and they move all around the country based on where he gets stationed first. And their oldest is 9, I believe, now. So, and the little one is about to be 7. So, she always wanted that life, but I never did. I mean, that's not to say once I had it, I wasn't happy, because I was happy being a wife. I was happy being a mother. I still am happy most days being a mother. Some days are not so much, but most days I'm happy being a mother. But it was never ever something that I wanted. So, I don't know. Newborn son, their dog accidentally gave the baby a black eye, and now they're being accused of abuse. It's a difficult time for them. Holy crap. Well, I mean, you can't have a mark on a baby without somebody screaming abuse these days, which is also a little bit ridiculous, because I'm also of the firm belief that children need their asses whooped on occasion, because this entire world is going to hell. I got my ass whooped, and I have respect as an adult. These kids, you can't touch them. So there is no form of discipline really anymore in a lot of households. And these kids are running around feeling entitled and acting like they ain't got no damn sense. That's my take on it. But from teaching feminism to marrying a man who required me to stay at home and take his last name. I don't follow orders very well. That wouldn't have worked out for me. I talk back, and I don't listen, so it wouldn't have worked well for me either. And it's really hard on everyone, which is part of the reason our decision to have a baby is secret right now. We're focusing on them right now. Well, I mean, and that's very considerate, considering what they're going through. But yeah, those things rarely stick, because you know what, kids get bruises, and dogs don't understand that they're being rough sometimes, and it happens. It will most likely blow over. In 99% of cases it does. But you've always got some idiot in the background saying that. Hey, Tita. So, been there, done that. My child was playing sword fight with sticks out in the backyard with his brothers, and got a stick stuck in his eyeball. And I've been through it, trust me, because I have 4 boys, and so they were not delicate with anything ever. And so they're boys, and boys fall down, and boys play with dogs, and boys try to pet things that they shouldn't, and play with sticks and get sticks stuck in their eyeballs, and it just happens. People should be children should be allowed to play. And if your kid has a black eye, no matter if it's a baby or not, things happen, accidents happen. It does not mean abuse. Just automatically somebody completely outside the situation could say abuse and cause trouble for a perfectly normal family, and it's just stupid. We got into these discussions today while we were at lunch as well, because my sister and I apparently were raised one way, and my cousins not so much. So they are a little bit more, we'll call it proper, than we are. We didn't have everything handed to us on a silver platter. I don't think anybody should. Personally, I think that occasionally you need to work for a few things. So our lives were a bit different from our cousins, and it is reflected in how we live our lives, really, and how we raise our children. Like, they went to go play and run around in the yard a little bit today, while we were outside at lunch. The little kids did. So my niece and then my cousin's children, my little cousins or whatever, and she didn't want her children running in the grass because there may be mosquitoes in it, and she didn't put bug spray on them, and these children would be yelling cortisone at her all night long if a mosquito bit them. And so we were different, because Kira, my sister's daughter, was just out rolling around in the grass. And my kids, Chase and Carter, were out there tackling her pretty much. So it's just, there's differences in our family. I call it bougie is what they are, but stuck up, that'd be another word for it, or another phrase for it. So, you know, it's, we lead different lives, apparently. Afternoon, just got up to find out they were being so quiet. She screamed and started crying. They had gotten a hold of kitchen scissors, and he cut her fingertip off. That's children. That is pretty much. If somebody has not been to the hospital at some point with a body part in jeopardy, then you don't have more than one child. I'm petting and lightly playing with the dog, and the dog just put his paw. Babies, yes, and babies bruise easy. They really do. I mean, but I got a 21-year-old. I have been a mother for 21 years, and I can tell you that they bruise, but they're resilient. They're fine. Babies are going to get bruises. They need bumps and bruises and scrapes and germs and shit on occasion. They really do. I'm probably going to lose so many followers because I'm taking the wrong road in these conversations and in these topics, according to a lot of people. But, I mean, you know, my sister was going off on my cousin while we were at lunch today, talking about, you're stifling their creativity. They need to be able to get out, because she's in, you know, early childhood development or whatever. She's a daycare teacher, and she had to take a class because she's in school right now. She's about to graduate this summer with whatever that certificate or degree is. Early childhood development, I think, is what it is. And she had just taken a class on play and how important play was, and whether play should be organized and completely structured all the time, or what the benefits were to, you know, sort of completely unorganized play, which is what they were, I guess, doing in the backyard. And she's like, you're stifling their creativity. Our generation is less creative and less independent because we organize all of their activities. And she was sort of shaming my my cousin there for a minute, and so we had to sort of put a kibosh on that real quick. But she wasn't 100% wrong. So I don't know, it's just differences of opinion. And I feel scattered now because I'm trying to read and do everything. See, and okay, that's the thing that gets me. Like Tita, what she said, she was in McDonald's and someone called the police because her daughter had a black eye. Children run into shit. They do. They run into shit constantly. They just run into stuff and bang into stuff repeatedly, like on a daily flipping basis. They get black eyes. They get bruises. Kira fell off her stinking hoverboard trying to jump a rock the other day because she's a child, you know. And whose business is it in McDonald's as to whether she's got a black eye or not? You can tell there is a difference between a child who has obviously been out and just fallen down, or the behavior and the characteristics of a child who has been beaten. I don't care what you say, because a child who has been beaten, who is taken out in public, is 9 times out of 10 submissive, with their head down, not moving, not playing, not saying a word. There are signs. if this child is out running around, having a good time, making eye contact with anybody for you to see her black eye or anything like that, she is not beaten. She fell somewhere. You know, I'm sorry. Sam agrees with me. I had to go to the emergency room with my child, have it with a stick hanging out of his eye. I mean, I picked most of it out myself, which is probably a bad idea, but, I mean, your child comes to you with a stick in his eye, you sort of pull at it. I don't know. But he had a stick in his eye. He had to have surgery in his eyeball and stitches put in his actual eyeball because there was a stick in his eye. Who's having a good time? I missed it. Oh, is she having a good day for me about Mary? Oh, okay. I've never done structured play. Oh, because she was out with her kids. Okay, I remember her little thing. He said, and she wouldn't be here. Okay. Structured play with my kids. They do what they want to. Yeah. You know, mine just get outside and run around. And, yeah, she makes play dates. The only time they really play is on play dates and in the park. And I'm like, whatever. You can tell the difference. Exactly. Yeah, kids fall. It happens daily. It happens daily. I've got a 21-year-old who bumps into stuff trying to walk from his bedroom door to my back door to get out and go to work on a daily flipping basis. He still runs into shit. Yeah, yours is 35. See? Exactly. So, I mean, basically all these people are doing is butting into stuff that doesn't concern them and wasting police's time and everybody else's time, you know, trying to get involved in a situation they never were asked to be in the first place. So, I don't know. Oh, I've accidentally popped mine a couple of times and given them black eyes, but, you know, I'm sure I've given at least one of them a black eye over the years. I've dropped a couple of them, you know, because it happens. They're also squiggly when they're wet, and so they just slide right out of your hands. I don't know if y'all should be taking parenting advice from me. Yeah, no one. See, that's the thing. That was what I was starting with. Everybody is so flippin' sensitive all of a sudden about anything. And I don't know. I don't understand it. You should be able to speak freely. And if people don't like it, then they have the opportunity and the option to tune it out. Not comment on it further. Not call people disgusting for having their own opinions. I would never call here. I think Devin's leaving for work. Oh, I gotta tell y'all something, so hold on. But I would never, you know, shame somebody for having their opinion, even if their opinion different from mine. Like, if you are sensitive to this subject because you're still dealing with something, then be sensitive. Deal with it. I hope that everything gets better for you. I hope that you find your way through it. But don't criticize everybody else for finding their own way. And my sister's not allowed to ride bikes anymore because she broke her arm twice in the same place by riding bikes. So my mama looked great when she walked in the second time with my sister in the same broken wrist. Kids are slippery when wet, got it. I mean, you put that Johnson's & Johnson's baby shampoo or whatever, baby wash on them babies, you better have them a little floaty tub in there, I'm telling you, because they're slippy. Oh. They're loud, they're smelly, yes. Especially the boys. The boys stink worse than the girls. They all poop straight up their backs when they're little. They're disgusting. They're disgusting creatures. Good luck. So, Devin, my oldest, the 21-year-old, by the way, has started a Twitch channel and a Twitter account. He says to tell everybody to like, comment, and subscribe if you like gaming crap. Which, ooh, Sam, your son and my son have that in common. So they're like the something or other, the armor cast or whatever on Twitch and on Twitter. That is the one and only plug this child gets because I'm going to kill him. So, it won't be there long. It's like him and like 3 or 4 of his friends or whatever. So go find that. The Armor Cast. And, I'll tell him to follow your dude. I smell something burning. Smells like someone is outside in a house nearby. There's a barbecue grill or something is what I'm smelling, because there's nobody at my grill, I can tell you right now, because anybody who was in the patron hangout knows that Mr. King went to go take him a nap. And it's raining, so that's why I'm confused by the smell, because it's definitely raining, but I can smell charcoal. Ours is also not a charcoal grill, but it's okay. Anyway, it'd be worse than my brothers when they were little, stand 7 and 9 years. Armor Cast, yes. The Armor Cast. I don't know. Let's find it. Because, heaven forfend, I don't plug his stinking thingy. I followed him on Twitter, but I don't have a Twitch. Is my heater thingy on? The air thingy's on. I don't think the smell's coming out. If the smell's coming out of it, it's not, the humming is the air conditioning. That's the humming, because it's loud. It's at Cast Armor on Twitter, and at the Armor Cast on Twitch, Sam. So you tell yours to follow mine, and I'll tell mine to follow yours. Look at how popular they are. They have 8 followers, and I'm one of them. And there's like 4 of them, so they... Bless his heart, he needs a little bit of help. Y'all just go follow him. There you go. They do have the the. The is there. I'm not getting anything done. It's like representative of my entire week right here. So this is our derpy dragon for April's birthday week. What color should he be, by the way? Because we're just going to paint him. I do smell charcoal though. It's like I don't even smell gas. I smell charcoal grill. There's a difference in the smell. Sam should know that. Because she's got a sensitive nose like I do. Hypernosmia. Whatever word that is. Moms and dads to the rescue. Yeah. Blue. Ooh, I made a really pretty blue that I mulled last week sometime. I'm going to call it, I think, Ocean Mist or something. It will most likely be part of the June collection. So, I got a really pretty blue. It's shiny. Oh, it's the one that shifted. It's it shifts. Yes, that one, that word. Hold on. It shifts from, it looks blue in the pan, but it's got this like grayish, dusty lavender color, and then it shifts into this blue, which is weird. But I was playing with mixing colors or whatever, so I was like, let's see what these two will do together. And this is what I came out with, and I'm really happy with it. Maybe we can do this color, because it's got purple and blue in it. Well, it's got purple and green in it. I don't know how we ended up with blue, because purple and green definitely don't make blue, but this one did. So, I was surprised with the outcome. It's really pretty though. Might be the filter. I'll look at it, but it smells like charcoal. He's a cute dragon. You like him? Okay. Rubens watercolor. Both the sparkle and the regular side, as well as the engram and the E-bolt and GD color. Ooh, that's a lot. I've been tweaking my binder a little bit more so that it travels a little bit better, because we are approaching the really freaking hot and humid months. I mean, they're all humid months here in North Carolina, but we're approaching the really, really hot ones, and so I don't want any of the paints to go all goopy, which I haven't really had a problem with here too recently, but now that I took the honey out of them and made them vegan, they're really doing a lot better, and I think that they're gonna, hello, happy birthday, yeah, tomorrow for her 50th, yes, and I think I finally knocked it down. Like, these have only been poured once, so they have to be poured again, but I think that they're going to hold up against the weather, but they also re-wet really, really well, which is another important thing, because we don't want ooky stiff paint. So I did tweak I did that this week a little bit more, because yeah, it's about to get scorching flipping hot here. Hold on. And I need to make sure that under all of the weather conditions, these babies can travel without going all goopy. It's probably not you, it's probably mine. Okay, let's find out, because the stupid thing doesn't like to focus half the time. I don't know how Sam's comes out so stinking clear. I really don't. It's irritating, Sam, just so you know. That yours always comes out so clear, and my stinking mouse doesn't even want to work. I kind of set up in a rush today, too, before we left to go to lunch. My mouse is not working. So I didn't double check the focus, and it hadn't been a real big concern, because I was running my mouth all through the Patreon hangout. And I just now started writing words, so. Well, it's not even that. It's the stinking focus on this stupid camera that won't save. No matter how many times I save it, it won't save. And, like, hold on. Ooh. So I have to, like, pull it back in and get just in the right position for it to go crazy. I don't know how to do that. Change it to 1080p is not going to affect the blurriness. I can promise you that, because it's blurry from the get-go. Really? That should unblur. How do I do it? Tell me how to do it and I'll try it. Because I have no stinking clue. Where is it? Oh, Wendy finished Violet. Okay, hold on. It's downloading. It's taking it. April's birthday is next Sunday. Sunday week. Oh, Wendy, so pretty. There's Violet. There's Violet. Violet's pretty. No, put it back, Amanda. It was fine. It's your feed output. That was up. I have no idea what you just said to me. I have no idea what you just said. What the hell is my feed output? It's your live since it's also my mom's birthday next Sunday. Yeah, well, I couldn't do it this Sunday because tomorrow is Mother's Day. So, even though I missed last Sunday, but that's okay. I will forgive you if you miss. I'm going to say happy birthday to moms and everybody. Alright, let's go with that for now. Y'all could tell me how to change over my doohickey later. I guess. Is it somewhat clear? Did I mess it up like real bad? I could have. We'll never know. Because it's clear on my OBS thingy. Clear-ish. His eyeballs need help, but we're going to fix it maybe with the paint. I don't know. It's clear-ish there, but I don't like running the actual stream to watch it like that, to make sure that everything's in the camera, because that eats up some of the bitrate. You broadcast and YouTube gives people the option to view in a different quality. Yours, downgradable, probably. Someone using the net, yeah. Just meant we all had to manually pick the higher resolution. Ah. And that fixed it. It unblurred it. Weird. So people would ask questions. That's why they named her April. I'm tossing my little eraser scraps over there in the trash can. Charcoal smell went away. I've gone nose blind to it, one or the other. There you go. Well, go ahead, try it. It may work. It's a pretty straightforward sort of layout, but I like having the list of what I need to do and what I can do if I run into an issue where I have some free time or something like that. I'm gonna use this and call it mine. Instead of refilling it, I'm gonna pop this bad boy in here somewhere. Get ready to do some watercolor and hopefully improve the derpiness of the stinking dragon. And then I'm gonna put must do on top of can do here, but I was just waiting to see what kind of room we had when it all was said and done before I actually put those in. For some reason, YouTube had this video at 144p and I changed it to in 1080, 144, and unblurred it. I did the same. How do you change the numbers? What numbers? Them numbers? I don't know. When I was young, I wanted to get married. David and me. March, April, May. I'll be right back. Okay. Click the settings cog. Click quality. Select 720 or 1080. Then go to settings. Click the higher number. Weird. I don't know why I'm getting all my paint wet either, so. But I did. We're gonna go with this blue-ish color. And all I've got is crusty old water over here. And nothing to put new water in, and no new water anywhere. So crusty old water it is. Yum. Okay. Towel. Aren't you? Alright, let's see what this does. I need a belly color for him. He's gonna need a belly, because I'm guessing we're gonna call him a boy dragon. I need to get my paintbrush a little bit more wet. Since he's gonna be this gray-y, purpley blue color, I'm gonna call him a boy dragon. But he needs... No, it's too wet. Lovely. He needs a belly color to be different from his body color. The rain is really coming down now. Why does it always only rain? Just don't lick your brush. Who, me? Not me. Never. Lick it? Always rains only during the live streams. Like, the sun was shining while we were out to lunch. When I get here, it starts to sprinkle and then the bottom falls out. Hadn't rained all week, by the way. It's been gorgeous all week. Oopsies. Well, there went that. Yeah, gorgeous weather all week. Do the live stream, it rains. So, I don't know if he's going to shift yet because he's wet still. But he's this weird. There he went. He shifted. A blue, purple, greeny color. I have been calling the dragon a he. He's a he. It's a he. Okay. We know what you meant. It's okay. I'm just blessed. I think somebody said one time that they like hearing the sound of rain on the tin roof, and it was like, well, then that's what you're gonna get every time. Every time she starts the video, we're gonna rain. The purple though needs to be more of a red purple, like a fuchsia, for his bright belly. Like a fuchsia. I got that I don't really have a fuchsia. I got pixie dust, which is a red, blue, well, pink, blue shift. Sort of a red and blue hybrid color. His belly could be gold. What I missed? Not much. Our dragon is a boy. That's what you missed. It's a boy. Let's see. What else do I know? I feel like I haven't talked to anybody all week long, and so I got like 500,000 things to say, and I don't remember a half of them. We got an exciting week coming up, so I'm really excited for this week. I was telling the people in my Patreon hangout, DHL did not show up today, so DHL should be here on Monday with the final samples, hopefully. Final samples that they reshipped to me from China so that I can get this massive order underway and they can really start all the production of the journals. So that should be happening this very week. The Patreon, what brand of paintbrushes do you use? These are the silver black velvet brushes. They're really good. I like these. So silver is the brand name and the black velvet is the type of brush. It's this black set of brushes. The Kickstarter funds are being released this week, or they should, as if all goes as scheduled, and I don't foresee any reason why it won't. Somewhere here-ish, Wednesday or Thursday, they should be released. I'm keeping an eye on my bank account and my email for that email to come through so that I can send all the pins over, or get them ordered from the manufacturer. I already have the quote and everything from the manufacturer for the pin designs. And I do think that I am going ahead with all the pin designs. That's why I haven't sent out the backer reports yet. or the backer surveys yet for the pen options that everybody wants, because I do believe that I am going to go ahead and order Pinky in addition to the 6 that were unlocked, because we were really close. And I think that I'm going to be able to afford to fund all of them. So I am making that final decision this week, and getting all of those ordered. But if not, at least those 6 did actually get unlocked, and so they will be ordered this week. I think I'm going to go ahead and order Pinky though. So once I actually do that, I will send out the backer surveys for the Kickstarter, and people can pick which pins they want to show up, so I can start organizing everything for that. And in addition, everybody who placed a pledge or whatever is getting a little matching sample of the matching watercolor to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and start setting all of those samples up and getting them ready, because they'll have to sit and cure, and I want to make sure that I have enough pigment and everything to get all of them done, because there were like 50 backers this time. So, and we get a sample, like a sample per pen to match each pen. So people who pledged for more than one pen get more than one sample, so it's a lot more than 50 samples that have to be made. So the good thing is they set up relatively quickly, especially at that size, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. But I like to go ahead and organize everything and get it done. Hello, Margaret Ann. It's okay. I like that, as long as it's got like a pink in it. I can't organize. They're not cheap brushes. They really are not. Oh, don't feel awful. Don't feel awful. I don't want you to feel awful. If you could pledge, you can pledge. If you couldn't pledge, there will still be pins available. I mean, like if you want to pick up a pin later, there are still pins. And if you can't, you can't. Which is also perfectly fine. But there will be, I will release them, you know, for sale once they're actually physically here. And I've got all of the Kickstarter pins set out. Then I will put the actual remaining pins up on my website. Because I haven't actually taken a full official count yet of what everybody ordered, because I can't do that until I send out the backer surveys. So to know how many of each pen, but no matter what I do, or no matter how many were ordered, I have to order a minimum of 100 pens per design from this manufacturer. So I don't think that anything, there were 100 of any design. That's a lot of pens, even with 50 backers. I don't, unless everyone picks exactly the same pen, and I have to order. I can't seem to hold on to my stuff here. And I have to order more than 100 or something, but there should be extra no matter what. If you feel like a snappier brush, Melissa, on a stiffer trip has less water. Princeton snap brushes are good. Princeton does make good brushes. Oh, thank you. I like it. It's kind of weird from certain from certain angles. It's a little weird, but it's cool. I don't know. I kind of like it too. It was sort of like a happy accident. Like I mixed a purple and a green, I'm telling you. A purple mica and a green mica, and definitely did not expect to get a purpley blue mica out of it. I don't know what happened. But, I mean, micas are tricky. You really don't know what color you're going to end up with until you try, and until you start mixing two things. Because, yeah, purpley, like, The shift is really pretty though. Purpley blue is definitely not what I meant to come out with. I thought it was gonna, I didn't really think that the mica was gonna mix as well as it did. And so you'd have the purple and then you'd see a green shift in it, is sort of what I was aiming for. And I got purpley blue instead. So, but I did repeat the process with the second batch to make sure that I could repeat it, because I can't put a color like that up for sale if I can't recreate it, you know. So definitely had to make sure that I could recreate it. But yeah, I think that this, I haven't named it yet, but I do think that it is going to go in the oceany June box. Oh, I did have a question that y'all can maybe help me with. For those of you who like the sticker kits and everything, like the weekly header kit, and have used the weekly header kit in the past, what do you love about that sheet, and what could you do without that sheet? Or what would you like to see in a weekly sheet? Because, okay, so that's what I was doing part of this week, was setting up the different weekly sheets for the June kit. Like, and I've got one with jellyfish on it, and one right now with seahorses on it, and one with axolotls on it right now. But so far on the sheet, it's like 3 or 4 of the little characters in sort of different poses or whatever on each sheet, and there are maybe 3 to 6, we'll say 3 to 6 characters right now on each of the sheets. And then there's these, so it looks like I can show you in a minute, but it's got the little headers, mon, to, when, you know, wed, thir, you know, like these, in colors to match the characters on it. But I don't know, the sheet still feels like it might be missing something, so I don't know. So maybe like a mini habit tracker or something on the sheet, or something from one of the other sheets, like in the monthly kits and or the add-on pages, or something that you would like to see on a weekly sheet, or I don't know, something like that. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute, because I don't explain things well. Oh, easier to control your water. Kind of like Sam's fingernails last week, the purple green. Yes, that's what I was aiming for with the color. That's not what I got, but that was what I was aiming for. So yeah, this color was a happy accident. This is so inconvenient the way I'm doing this, because my water is over there, my paint is over there, my towel is in my lap, but that's fine. It's fine. On the monthly kit, I like to see maybe a functional box or 2 with the characters around the edges, maybe. Gotcha. What kind of functional box? Just like something that you can write in, but with like a notepad, or a sticky note or something like that, but with like one of the characters like stuck on it, like this is how I describe things. Does that make sense? Yeah, since everything is a thingy, and I don't know how to use my words, then I rely on gestures. So it's a good thing that we've got the front-facing camera now. It's just like holding it up or something. I don't know. Or a functional box with check-off boxes that you write in? Okay. Okay. I will. I'll grab my iPad in a second and I'll show you what I mean. Hello. Yes, something like that, because I got to make a running weekly task list and then move tasks to the appropriate day. I have found so a box for running task. Hey, I like that idea. That would be helpful. I actually considered doing that here in this space for that week. So that's an idea. I like that idea. Let's see. I can't even tell you what I was originally even thinking about sticking on that sheet. I'm telling y'all, it has just been one of those weeks where everything is going kerflooey and I have been my mind is everywhere. I did not sleep worth a crap all week. It's just been one of those weeks where I just cannot get my head wrapped around absolutely anything. So, I don't know. I was working on my Zentangles last night. Crap! There's another Zentangle video that's supposed to go up tomorrow. That's not filmed yet. And that I forgot about until right this very second. And only because she said Zentangles. I was working on my Zentangles last night and I actually did a rosa that looked like the picture. Oh, awesome! Mine did not. Mine rarely look like the picture, but there is supposed to be another video going up tomorrow with the next 5 days on it, and has not been filmed. I have not done the step outs. I'm telling you, it's been that week. It's been that kind of week. So I don't really have any plans for tomorrow because my children are in the I don't care category of whether or not it's Mother's Day, and we celebrated with my mother and my grandmother today, so we're not doing anything family wise tomorrow, and I will most likely film tomorrow. Oops. Thank you for the hello Mega Smiley Bug. That's an awesome name. I don't know what your real name is, but that's an awesome name, so I like that one. And thank you. He's a little derpy, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm going to do his belly and his wings, and what did we decide? I don't know. It's got a weird color shift. Did we decide gold or did we decide pinkish? Why are you zipping your lips closed? With that purple shift on the dry. Isn't it weird? Like, it's weird, and that's why I like it, because it's weird. So it does, it shifts from like this gray lavendery color to this blue and just boom, shifts. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I don't know if I have a scrap piece of paper over here to see what pixie dust looks like, because I keep forgetting. Did y'all see the swatches? I don't even know if I put them up. I'm telling you, this is how my week is gone. I know that I swatched out the colors from Vanessa. I also know that I took the picture of the color swatches. I don't know if I put the color swatches in my stories on Instagram, if I posted the picture in my feed, or if I just saved it for myself. Because I got them somewhere. Hold on. These were I swear I posted it. I swear I did, right? I see gray and blue, no purple. It's like it's really dusky dusky lavender that doesn't really come through on, it looks almost gray. It doesn't really come through on the camera, but it's like a really, really dusky gray lavender, because I haven't done Zentai. Oh, Sam. But these were the colors from Vanessa Sprout Creative that she sent me. So this one was interesting. This one's got glitter in it. This one is like a teal with gold underneath it, which is actually kind of weird and kind of cool. I haven't swatched out the little dot cards. I feel somebody mentioned when I was doing my dot cards in one of the Instagram lives how generous apparently my dot cards are. And then I don't think that I realized just how big my dots are in comparison to some other people's dots. I mean, this is a generous amount of paint for a dot card as far as anybody's standards are concerned. But hold on. I'll grab my iPad while I'm up off my butt and over here talking as well. But anyway, so these were the dot cards. I guess these are like normal size dot cards. And then that was my dot card. Even my dot card is like twice the size, I guess, of most people's. But like, that's my dot. And that's my dot card. Look at her dot card. So I'm guessing you get quite the deal for a dot. I swear I just heard somebody talking outside my window. I did. Because there's someone in my driveway. But yeah, look at that. So I guess they weren't kidding when they were calling me a generous dot. I had generous dots. I don't know why he's outside screaming at the top of his lungs, but he is. Alright. So anyway, so let's do that. So I don't know. This fantasy color might look pretty on the belly. And I haven't swatched it yet. Oh, night. Love your face. You love my dot cards. They're huge, aren't they? I didn't realize how big they were in comparison. I really didn't until I got dot cards in the mail, because I've never ordered a dot card before. Ooh, did you see the mini pans? The mini pans are so stinking cute. Hold on. So here's all the, I'll show you all the different sizes that I have right now. And with this new color, and the new colors is where the sample, the little mini pans are going to start to take effect. So these have only been poured once, so they're not full, but so you've got these big, like 3/4 pans. So these are the 26 millimeter square and circle things. This one's about 3/4 of a pan. This one is a little bit more than half pan is what it holds, or whatever. So you got those, and then this is your little half pan. I don't have many full pans because I've never sold full pans. And then this is the little mini pans, which are freaking adorable, and I love them. I love them. I am doing them for all the paints, so I will make sure that there are dot cards available for all of them, because I know, especially with the international shipping or whatever, I can ship dot cards in a flat envelope that's still flexible enough to go for the cheaper rate. I can't do that with even these mini pans, I don't think. I mean, because they're thin enough to fit in there, and if the envelope is flexible enough, it'll still ship for an envelope. But I gotta go talk to the postmaster up here, a boyfriend at my post office, so he can let me know if I can ship these as well, because they're still really, really light, but they hold a decent amount of paint for what they are. So they're gonna be like half the cost of this. So half of a half pan. They're like $3 and $4 respectively, from shimmer or non-shimmer to shimmer. And they're going to be the little mini pans. her dot cards only look big enough for a swatch. And see, well, I'm a little bit scared about that because that one is the smallest, but at the same time, you don't use as much paint as you think you do. So I'm thinking for his belly, I might be able to get away with it for his belly, and then if I can't get away with it for his belly and his wings, maybe we could use this silver for his wings. Or this blue that's got the glitter in it. I don't know. We're going to go all mixy-matchy, maybe. So this is the blue with the glitter in it. This is that one. But this one, it didn't have a name on it. So, oh, yes, it does. This is charming. Andy's stripping outside the door. Honey! He's giving me looks. Put your shirt down. I can't do this if you're stripping outside the door, baby. How would I store the mini pans? I like the half pan. How much are the minis? Yeah, so 3 and 4, I think. Yes, find Eve Bolt. She's great. And the minis are metal pans, so they fit in these little magnetic pallets. So, look, and I said magnetic that time instead of metallic because I'm a doof. So I said the right word finally. But yeah, look. So, and I've got a bunch of these on order in 2 different sizes. So, how many dots have you got? But yeah, that's how I would store the mini pans. So the ones that I have of these on order, I have got the ones that are half this size and then these full size ones. So they're on their way from China already right now. So, but then that's where I'd store them. I put them, you put them in the little magnetic pallet, or you can put a little magnet on the bottom of it, because I've also got some of these on order as well, like the little bitty circles. So you just put a magnet on the bottom of it and then store it in, you know, whatever palette you want. Anything that I have a color or a paint for, I have dot cards for. So as many dots as you want. I would cut off some magnet and put it in tint. Yeah, there you go. Buy a little palette case for half pans, and I have to get half pans because, I mean, the case can't be empty. Well, exactly, right? So, do they not do palettes for the minis then? I don't know. Because this one doesn't have, it wasn't specific. It's just, it came with its own pans in it. But you could put any pans that you want, but the inside of it's just wide open, so whatever fits in it, fits in it. If you want to put all squares in it, then put all squares in it. If you want to put all circles in it, put all circles in it. Or if you want to mix and match them, then mix and match them. How many does it hold? It would hold 18 squares, 18 circles, or, well, I don't even know how many minis. Lots and lots and lots of minis. So, but I have got some exactly like this on order. And they're on their way because I love it so much. And it looks like mermaid scales. Not saying anything about who might not like that, but looks like mermaid scales. So, anyway, that's those. But I just have these sitting in here because I didn't like the fact that it was just wide open space. So I put these in here. But yeah, it would hold 18 of these ginormous ones, or bunches and bunches of the little minis. So you could probably fit, I'd say maybe 4 this way on half. So 8 along the whole line. 7 or 8 along that line, and then depending upon how you stack them, maybe 6 deep. So I don't know. No for you. There you go. She's starting to do math that I can't do. So yes, makeup palette. That's what this is. It is a makeup palette. It is a magnetic makeup palette, and it's sold as, these are sold as like eyeshadow tins and things like that. So that's what we shop for, magnetic palettes. You know, me too, Mikey. I really did. I don't even think she liked my rockabilly one, to tell you the truth. I didn't convert her with that one either. Alright, what did I say I was going to do? I don't know. Are we trying this pink color? Let's give it a shot. We'll see how far it stretches. We'll see how... Well, that was a question, right? To see how far dot cards went. Somebody asked how far a dot card would go in like a previous stream. Let's find out how much we can get out of this little dot right here, because I just, well, that's happening now. So the rockabilly is still my favorite one. I didn't mind my merman that came out yesterday, but he's not like a regular fin merman. He was that that other fish that I can't say. I don't know how to pronounce, what is it, coelacanth? I don't know. Whatever you call that thing. Ooh, this is a pretty color though. I do like this color. And see, you never use as much paint as you think you're going to use. So these little dots actually go a fairly long way, considering. Because it doesn't take a lot to cover any given area. I mean, I'm not trying to do like a whole out full-on piece or anything, but that's not bad for the coverage. This should cover both the wings and the doohickey at the belly. So, I mean, a little goes a long way in the realm of watercolor dots, unless you're trying to do coelacanth. I wasn't even close. I think that is what you were planning. Oh, okay. Is this just a dream or a fan? Coelacanth. The man with the hammer just came back, so I'm gonna go listen and go back to it. Hi, Wendy. Feel better, honey. Ugh. Poor thing. She said she had a migraine all week. Bless her heart. I do like this color. I really do. It's sparkly. I'm a sucker for a shimmer though. And it's got, it looks like maybe silvery sort of undertones in it. I don't know. It's really pretty. See, I like the blue, but I'm not crazy about glitter. So I'm not a big glitter advocate, because it just gets everywhere, but I am a sucker for some shimmer. So you give me a shimmer that doesn't glitter and I'm all over it. Because I don't know what you do, but no matter what you do, glitter gets everywhere and never comes off of anything, and I'll be picking glitter out of stuff for the next year if I touch it. So you always get the one weird glitter that thinks it's okay to stick to your face for the next 6 months, and no matter how many times you wash your face, there's still one piece of glitter on it. So I don't know. Me and glitter have some differences of opinion as to where it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to get there and when it's supposed to leave. This is really pretty though. I like it. I like it. Might have to order me some more of this. But I mean, as you can sort of see, the dot itself is holding up. I mean, it's a decent little dot for the amount of space that we're covering. I mean, if your subject matter was not this color specifically and you weren't using it for an entire piece, this dot goes a pretty long way. So that's good for people who are curious and haven't ordered dot cards before either, as to how, you know, much you're getting for your dollar or whatever. So I would say this is definitely worth $1 to finish one little piece. Yeah, I would spend $1 on something like that. Especially, you know, a handmade something. You know, it's not like I would go to the dollar store and pick up a random paint this size, but for a handmade something, I would totally spend $1 on it for the amount of space it's covering. Oh, I also have a solid black. Did I tell you that, April, when I was doing the shimmery black? I think I mentioned that the solid black was coming for anybody who wanted a black that wasn't a shimmer. So I have the shimmer black now. I will have a solid black soon. I haven't molded it yet, but I have the solid black pigment. And I have a solid white pigment for people who like to have a white to mix pastels and stuff like that if you don't have like a full set of paints. I know a lot of people are a little controversial when it comes to watercolors and whites, but it has its uses. Oh, I shimmer all day for makeup, but if you give me body lotion or makeup with glitter in it, I'll drop kick you. Yeah, I don't like the ones with glitter in them either. I don't like to feel like I sparkle. I don't mind a little highlight, but you know, I don't want to sparkle. Usually just below the eye. Yes, from preschool with glitter under his eye. Doesn't use glitter. It gets everywhere. We were at Michael's the other day and hubby saw a wall of glitter. He couldn't believe people would just buy bottles of glitter. Oh. See, and that's like the only reason right now that I don't have any paint with glitter in it, because I mean, I wanted to try it for like half a second, and then I'm like, that means that I have to go purchase glitter, and then I have to mix glitter, and then glitter has to get everywhere so that I can mix the glitter, and I have to fight with the glitter. And I was like, you know what, I don't want it that bad. So I will happily refer anybody who wants a glitter paint to Vanessa, because her paints are really good quality. I mean, this is a really good quality paint. I have not run into a single issue with the paints at all yet. I mean, I haven't done much other than swatch them, and now I'm playing with the stock card, but the paints in the pan are nice. They re-wet really really easily. They re-wet. They spread out nicely. There's a good coverage on it. You can tell that there's no filler in it, by the way the color spreads out. So they're really good paints. So I got like the way my light hits it, I feel like I've got bald spots in here that aren't bald spots, because it's just the shimmer, the shift taking hold. So I'm like re-wetting the same thing over and over again for no reason. It's just the way the light's bouncing off of it. That's pretty. Oh, I'm gonna make a Spikey's pink too. How about that? Little girls wear glitter. I can't stand it. What is interesting, I thought, it is covering more than I thought. You get a lot of little, oh, I stuck my finger in it. Honestly, it's surprising how little paint you actually use, which is why half pans last me so freaking long. Like, I have yet to really go through a full half pan of anything. The paint itself goes like a lot further than you would think it does. So yeah, I mean, it's like there's like half of it still here. At least half of it is still here on the thing. Now, I mean, like I said, I'm not doing anything super detailed. I'm just covering the dragon. I'm not really super wetting my paper either, because I'm aware that it's just a dot card, and you know, so I'm not trying to keep it super saturated either, to get as much play out of the little dot as I can. But it is going a lot further than even I thought it would, so I'm really impressed by that. And I hope that that's helpful with answering the question as to how far a dot card would go. Now, this brush is too big for these little bitty spikies, but we're just gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work. Yeah, just dot, 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 dot. I didn't erase my pencil lines very good either, so oopsies. Yeah, the dot card definitely went a lot further than I thought it was. I thought I would at least kill it with the wings and the belly. I didn't expect it to go this far. So, that's a pleasant surprise. What color should his eyes be? I need to do his little nails. I'm going to do his little pink nails too. The interesting was for the black watercolor. Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes you need a little shadow. And you really need to mix a little bit of dark in there. And I like to have like a baser black sometimes. So, I've got the black shimmer, and it was really pretty. Now I need the solid black and the solid white. Oh, his little dookie thing, or his little, I don't know what they are, thingies. Over here, and over here. What else? Now we need the eyeballs. I totally forgot about it. His line right next to me. Gold or green? Green, green, green. Okay. I got that dragon green. I got apple green. I got, not apple green. Green apple. Yeah, green apple. Green apple. I've got, this green was in hers. This one is fern green. That's this one. Or we've got this green gold hybrid, which is Quasar. Quasar. I don't. English is not my strong suit. Quasar. I don't know. What paints are those? I'm still trying to collect yours, Amanda. Which ones? The blue was mine. It is not released yet. It will be in the June collection, which was a happy accident that I made the other day. The pink is Fantasy, and it's by the Sprout Creative, by Vanessa over at the Sprout Creatives dot card that she sent me in her package. I haven't made any other new colors this week. Quasar? Okay. Quasar. I don't know. Yeah, if it's not spelled out phonetically, I can't pronounce it half the time. So, yeah, I had no clue what that fish was. I had to look it up. I did. Let's do that color then. Since somebody said gold, someone said green, and this is green with gold in it. Let's do this one. It's really pretty though. I like how the gold flickers and dances on the top of it. So, gives it some nice depth to the eyes. I also have got a couple of different sort of series planned out for watercolors. Like, I've got so many colors that don't belong to any kind of collection or anything like that, that I figured I'd put them in series. So I've got a bunch of colors that I'm going to play with, and I'm going to do like a fairy tale series and a flower series that just can get added to and added to and added to over time. So those, I just start releasing colors in the fairy tale series. So like a yellow would be a bell or something like that, or like a blue green, or like a aqua-y color, or like a red would be an Ariel or something like that. So I'm gonna do a fairy tale series, and yeah, I'm gonna do a flower series, because I think that those two series will cover a wide variety of colors. And then some of them will be shimmers, some of them won't be, but it's not specific to the collection. So both collections can have shimmers and non-shimmers in it, if that makes sense. It might not, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, I think we're about done. I am gonna put this I'm gonna put the must do and the can do in there somewhere down this side, but I'm trying to think if that's what I want for this coming week, or if I just want to sort of make a running task list for this week. I don't know if I'm gonna put my intentions up here or not, honestly, because I'm sort of starting to find the intentions list as something that's a little bit redundant, since usually it's in either the must do or the can do list as well, and then I write it on the day that it goes on. So the intentions is sort of redundant. Oh, and I was going to show y'all what I had on my iPad. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. Oh, I didn't show you. He like shimmers all over the place. He is so uneven because I'm scared to put down solid color on my he looks so horrible at that angle. He looks horrible at that angle, but he's okay. He's okay. That's a better angle. He shimmers everywhere. Oh, he's cute. Okay, a little derpy dude. He's fine. Let's see. Let's get in here and see what we were doing for. Okay, so this is what I got so far. So, for instance, this is the axolotl sheet, and so it's got a bunch of stinking axolotls on it, and some bubbles, because I put bubbles on all of the different pages in the collection, and so there will be like a little cutout with these two bubbles in it, not a little cutout with this bubble and then a little cutout with that bubble, because that bubble would be really too tiny, but the bubbles together. So if they're grouped together, then the bubbles will come together. A paint collection cultivator. Yes, you would, Mikey. You totally would. All the paint. Oh, speaking of which, we got to do your birthday thingy. You got to hit me up later for the rest of your birthday box and everything. But that's all I had on there was the axolotls, the bubbles, and then the headers for the week. And I was like, well, if I make these just a little bit smaller, because right now they're a little on the larger side for the stickers. They're about 2 inches a piece, and I know this because I've got this layer who pops up, and each one of these little boxes is 1 inch, so that I can gauge how big my stickers are before I put them into the sticker into the sticker software. So this dude right here is right at 2 inches, so they're, you know, decent sized stickers, and you know, not everybody has got that kind of room for 6 different stickers, but I don't want them too tiny. But I could make them just like this dude is huge. I can make them a little bit bigger and fit something functional on the sheets. So that was what I was asking, but that was not the right thing. So those are the axolotls. I'm also debating as to whether or not these outlines should be pink or they should be black outlines. I've been struggling with outlines all weekend, or all week as well. He looks like a cute little Atlas and dragon. That's basically what he is. So they're little axolotls. What else do I got? These are the jellyfish. So the jellyfish, I got 8 little squishies. These are squishies, and then these are the big ones, and then there's bubbles, and then there's the weekly things that take up 2 boxes, or a little more than 2 boxes. Oopsies. But then I've still got space in here to rearrange things, and I can fit something else on there. I don't know. I like filling my sticker sheets, like filling them up. Yeah. So these are the jellyfishes right now. And then I had started working on seahorses, but I haven't finished them yet. But these are like the main colors for the June kit right now. That's sort of the color palette that I'm working with right now. So these are the seahorses, which the seahorses right now might be my favorite. I don't know why, but they kind of are. Even without the outlines, which I'm also debating as to whether or not they need outlines. You love the jellyfish. Also, awesome. I tried to make them a little 3D looking. I don't know. Like I said, I was struggling all week with my art, just in general. I didn't like the way any of my mer people were looking. I didn't like anything that I was drawing. I did the jellyfish like 3 different times. I was just one of those weeks. I just wasn't happy with anything. But I'm okay with them right now. I think I'm going to put outlines on them just to look and see. The bubbles will be stickers, but they'll be grouped together. Like the itsy bitsy bubbles won't be a itsy bitsy little sticker. It will be hooked to the bubble next to it, if that makes sense. Hey Nadine. How you doing? So that was that. Those are the sort of ants. Freaking ants. There's ants everywhere. Little straggler ants everywhere. So those were like the weekly kits that I was working towards, that I was sort of talking about in that studio vlog. And then this was like the doodle sheet for the actual June kit. And I'm not happy with the blobfish right now. The blobfish is going to change just a little bit because one of his eyeballs looks stupid. But this was the blobfish, and this is the axolotl with a black outline instead of a pink outline. And then this is a seahorse with an outline on him. I like the seahorse in this one too, and I like the way that the sea turtle came out. I'm not thrilled with this jellyfish. So this was the jellyfish I started with, and this is a jellyfish that will change. But I also wanted like the little kelpy, seaweedy, corally leaf thingies, although this one looks like something dirty, so this one's not going to be on the sheet. Bye Mikey. Happy Mother's Day. Bye bye. Even if you only have fur babies, happy Mother's Day anyway, because animals are just as much upkeep for the most part. Yes, happy early birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow. Bye, Mikey. Hit me up about your birthday box. Okay. Yeah, I hope you have a great birthday. I hope you do. So, yeah, this one looks a little like a penis, so we're going to get rid of this one. But the rest of them are okay. But, no, I really like to see sea turtle. I don't mind these two, but the blobfish, the jellyfish have got to change a little bit. I thought she did, but I wasn't sure. So I always say happy Mother's Day, even if we only have fur babies. Because, yeah. But see, there's bubbles all over the sheet. And what else did I work on? That's pretty much it. Oh, I got headers have got bubbles on them. Then you've got this. So this is one of the other pages for the kit with the June headers. And I had started working on this functional sheet, but I don't know. See, this was where I was sort of thinking some of these things could go on like you were talking about on the weekly page with axolotl up in the top of it or something, like a box with the axolotl on top of it, or the check boxes with the, you know, one of the characters on top of it. Or I didn't know how many people use the little functional thingies down here, and maybe something like that could go on the weekly sheets instead of having 10 different add-on pages. Put some of those elements on the weekly pages, so you have enough stuff to actually fill up your week. When do you expect the June kit to go up for sale? Sometime this week, because I planned on doing my June plan with me on Tuesday this coming week, which is generally when I like to have the kits available as well. So that's what I have so far. Like I said, it was a super unproductive freaking week for me. I hated everything I was doing. But for those of you who don't see my Instagram, or don't follow me on Instagram, I know some people don't have Instagrams. This was the end result of my merman coelacanth fishy thing. So yeah, I started doing his body, and I was like, yeah, he just doesn't seem walrusy to me, so I had to skip ahead. But I'm still 3 days behind. I'm 3 days behind. 4 days behind if you count today, because I haven't started one for today. I don't even know what today's prompt is. But there's him. I like how he came out, though. I don't ever draw dudes. All of my other ones are like females, but I wasn't liking how anything else came out. I really like her. She was my sea turtle prompt. And I'm going to either make some kind of zine, or make some kind of stickers, or make some kind of thing. If you like the mermaid series or whatever, I'm going to make them available in some form or another. But that was her. The rockabilly is still my favorite, I believe, and I don't know why. I don't know. She seems to have some kind of attitude, like little. She's got attitude, and I like that. She's spunky. So I like her. She's still my favorite. That was Star Wars Day. So that was the 4th day prompt. So I like her. I realized that this has like that is the BB. I don't speak Star Wars or Star Trek. That little BB-8 robot thingy, that's his colors almost, and I did that on accident. So, but I don't know if that's Star Wars or Star Trek. I think it was Star Wars. Is it Star Wars? I have a crush on your merman. You know what? I was actually, oopsie, I think that might have cut off. Did it cut off? No, it came through. Okay. I was going to put it in there. I don't know. This is the weirdest thing ever. But when I was doing this, it reminded me of a question that somebody asked me a long time ago or whatever. And it was, what is the thing that you find sexiest on the male body or whatever? And, you know, most people would say something weird or common, like eyes or abs or arms or something, and mine is the weirdest thing ever. It's this little thing right here. It's these little pieces that jut out right there at the hips or whatever. It's these pieces. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's like the whole sexiest part of a body, the male body to me, is those two things right there. They're right there at the hips. Not their eyes, not their lips, not their big masculine arms, or their little ripped abs, or anything like that. Obviously. Ripped abs mean nothing to me. I like my men big. But these little things right here. These little things right here. I think I'm turning red. I think I'm blushing a little bit. So I love the mermaid series, and the rockabilly is my favorite. I don't know why it's my favorite, because I really do like the sea turtle one, and I really do like this dude here, how he came out. But I think part of the V, yes, yeah, that thing, I don't know why. I don't have an answer for that question, but yeah, that's what I don't know what that is, but I think that's the sexy piece. Was the forearms, not the biceps. The forearms. It's, oh, and I can't do veiny. I don't like veiny. That dehydrated look that bodybuilders get and everything, and that where all their veins just come popping out of their body, I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate it. But yeah, that's the weird part. I like the weird part. You know where the feet leads. You want him as a sticker? I had to make some mermaid stickers. I think I'm gonna do some more dudes, but I need to do like a big boy for for the walrus prompt. He needs to be a big boy, cause yeah, I wasn't really happy with the girl, so I'm gonna make a big dude for my walrus. But yeah, I'm like 3 or 4 days behind, and she came out fine. I don't mind this one for Rascal. She's got that little raccoon look going to her. I kind of like her. She's okay. The rockabilly, I think my favorite part about her is that I just sort of went with it. The only reference that I used for her was the hairstyle. Like, I looked up a photo of rockabilly hairstyles, and that was just one that popped up, and I sort of tweaked it a little bit, but she's my least favorite. And I think she is a good concept, but I don't like the body pose in any of it. She's the most simplistic as far as the body and the shading and everything is concerned, but she's also the most stiff. So she's my least favorite. But yeah, like the way her hand is thrown out, the way her hand is on her hip on the other one, the polka dots for the little bikini top and everything, it was all me, just off the top of my head. And the only reference that I did look at was for hair, so I think that might be why I like her. And I did throw the tail up behind her so that it made her pop a little bit, but also framed her. I don't know. So, I like big boys. I look forward to that. I'm going to make a big burly walrus one or something. So, but I was really happy with the way she came out. So, that's why she's my favorite. I don't know. And I just like that style in general. So, that whole 40s, 50s kind of, I don't know, look. But okay. I don't know what else I have to say. I'll try to, I'm going to think on fitting some of those functional things into these little weekly sheets. If not multiple ones, then just, you know, some kind of functional box or check-off list, like y'all said, with like the character near it on the weekly sheets. I think that's a good idea. That'll nicely round out sort of the sheets. And if I downsize the actual titles to where they fit solely in the 2 squares to make, you know, the 10 millimeters, then I'll have just a smidgy bit more room. So I like that, because see this whole open space here, and then if you put any of these closer together a little bit and maybe make a couple just a teeny bit smaller, yeah, that'll leave room for a nice little box of something. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was sort of going for. You know, like her polka dot fins. I had to match her sort of bikini top. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to go in here and yell at Mr. King, who has not fixed my dinner yet. I don't think he's even thought about dinner or started dinner. I think he's still on his sugar high from his heart attack cake that he ate over at my mama's house. But yeah, the June kit should be pretty much ready to go, hopefully by Tuesday when I do the plan with me. That is the plan for Tuesday. And I was telling my patrons I got my first package in the mail from Norway with surprise mystery ingredients inside. So I'm holding it back on this camera because, well, people keep yelling at me because I keep blasting my address everywhere. But anybody who watches this has got my address anyway, probably. So you have to get through an awful lot to come and kill me. I don't know. But I didn't want to post her address all over the place. Although if you want to kill her, you'll have to go to Norway. So, I don't know. Anyway, I still don't like putting other people's addresses on the videos. Anyway, so that should be Thursday's video. And I'm going to figure out what I want to do with my lists right here, but they'll probably go in here somewhere, and I'll probably update you in next week's studio vlog. So that, yeah, there won't be a studio vlog today because I didn't vlog at all this week, because I've only been out here for the amount of time that I've been here today, and about an hour and a half total all week long. So not very interesting as far as the vlog would have been concerned, but I plan on getting back to everything this week, because it's going to be a really exciting and really busy week, which is another reason why I can't figure out if I just want to run in task list here or not. So I'm going to work it out when I figure out all the stuff that I have to do. And I may try to tweak him and make him into a sticker, and draw him out digitally. So if you want to see him as a sticker, you can let me know. Alright, happy Mother's Day to everybody. I hope that anybody who is a mother to babies or fur babies or aunties or just whatever, who actually help take care of children, have a fantastic day tomorrow. And everybody, if your mother is still around, make sure to give her at least a call, because they deserve it. Mothers work tirelessly for years and years and years and years and years. So they deserve a phone call tomorrow, and maybe a flower. Alright, so, but happy Mother's Day to all of you, and I hope y'all have a fantastic day. And I will see you this week in the videos, next week in the studio vlog, and next week's lives for both Patreon and the live playing with me here will be on Sunday. So we will switch back. Okay. Alright. I love your faces. Thank you so much for joining me today. I felt like I hadn't talked to you all week, so I missed you terribly. And I will talk to y'all again later. So if I can get my mouse to work, we're going to stop the stream. I love your faces. Bye-bye. It's not going to work, though. Like, it's not. So I'm going to just keep talking. Yeah. It's got to be in, like, the exact right spot, or it's not going anywhere. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're just going to have to wing it and just cut it off. I don't know. Bye-bye. There it is.